What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. I appreciate everybody who's here bright and early before we even kick off during our countdown. Playing a little bit different music, trying out some different music here. You'll still hear your classic favorites mixed in there. Shout out to Melissa. Thank you for being here. Hopefully Blues Guy will show up soon. And Camsta. I don't think Camsta was here yesterday. I wonder what's going on with Camsta. Motivational Hero in the house. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for all the kind things that you have to say. And I'll be with you just a moment. Trying to think if I had any other announcements. Oh, I like those custom emojis, Melissa. Thanks for showing those off. By the way, you can get the custom emojis that I made by being a member. And also, if you become a member, I think it's like $1.99 a month or something like that. If I can get 8 people to be members, we're getting close, then it'll unlock the ability for me to make a bunch more emojis. I don't know why they're so limited, but it is what it is. But yeah, if we can get a few more members on there, I could crank out a bunch of new emojis for everybody. We'll see you in just a moment. Hang tight. Here we go with the countdown, and I can feel it in the air. It's going to be a great stream, and I know everybody's going to learn a little bit of something about crypto and raise their crypto IQ, as that is the whole point of this channel. But of course, to come together as a community and see where we can find some opportunities in the market. All right, let's make it so that you can see what I see. There we go. And I moved around the frame a little bit. Let me know if you like it. That way nothing is cut off. Usually the ends on both sides are cut off. Anyways, you may or may not know what I'm talking about. Crypto bubbles 1 through 100. I have a couple of things that I want to make sure we kind of go over every day in the show. One is going to be looking at what's trending on Twitter, and then the other one, of course, is going to be your crypto news. We do them sometimes, but I want to make sure we're consistently doing them. I want to give as much value as possible. As you know, we've added stuff about airdrops. There's a tab in our free Discord, link in the description, and best link is in the chat if you're watching live. But other than that, we are trying to add all kinds of different things in here for you. We got some trades. I got a trade running. It's going a little bit against me, but this is kind of my trading style. I want it to go against me, and then I add, and then when it moves back the other way, we are in profits. And it looks like that 5-minute stochastic RSI is rolling over. So we'll check on that throughout the stream. But first, let's do our due diligence and do as we normally would. And let's check on the chat. Oh, hi, Banky. How you doing? What's up, Bankroll in the chat? Love to see that name come through. Thanks for being here. Hopefully we get a Camston, a Blues guy soon, but I'm grateful for whoever's here always. Filecoin down 8.7%. Can it even afford to do that? Filecoin's just sad. Should be called sad coin. 86 cents. Ouch. I guess we really are in the bear market. Anyways, what is up significantly? What are the big bubbles? What is down significantly? Let's hop into it. 1 through 100 crypto bubbles. Looks like Virtual Protocols is up 5.5%, Render up 4.1%, ETHFi up 5.2%, Cyrene hanging in there up 4.4%, Pi Network 4.8%, and I like to hit this drop down here and you can kind of see like an average, right? So the top 1 through 100, not a lot. On average, it looks like about 0.16, right? So like less than 1%. But as we drop down here, 100 to 200 is up 1.3%. And that's pretty much it. So it looks like most things are pretty flat. It's very slightly up, but mostly flat, right? The most significant gain here is down 900 to 1,000, and that's a 4.5%. Anyways, let's drop down another 100 and take a look. River up 18.4% to $14.64. Had a low of $10.72. Good volatility on the day there. BSV, or Bitcoin SV, if you know what this is, then you've been around for a little while. 23.5% to the upside. Akash Network continuing to be trending, and of course continuing to get a little bit of price momentum here. It is up 38.8% on the week, or even 21.6% on the day, up to 46 cents from 37 cents. It's an old one, but it's hanging in there, and it's continuing to be relevant. Kaya's been on our radar many times. They're affiliated with some DeFi gaming, something that we love here on the channel. And looks like up to about 5.5 cents. I'm not even going to call it a high 5 cents. It's about 5.5 cents. And so that's Kaya. We've been over it a few times. There's many games that Darkstar was one of them that we played that had a lot to do with the Kaya ecosystem. ADI. I'm just going to call it ADI. Is up 8.9%. I don't know a lot about this. This looks like it might be... No, it can't be a newer coin if it has a monthly chart here. So we'll have to dig into that, see what that is. BMX, of course, is the Bitmark token. XPL, Plasma, all about them stable coins. Let's drop down another 100 here. So Flow is the big winner, 200 to 300 here. LYN, we were looking at Everlyn the other day, 22.2%. It was a top gainer yesterday. Ronin, I finally fixed my Ronin wallet. 7.6% for Ronin, which usually runs with... wow, I'm really going to go blank here. One of the oldest crypto games. It'll come to my mind. There's no point in wasting time. Cubic, 11.7%. And Flow, of course, up 29.8%. The big bubble here in this category. Robo, we've talked about. Let's go ahead and move on. Do our price rundown. And a lot of this that we're doing, it's great for catching out where the market is, but also we're warming up while we're letting people trickle in because we just went live. So if you're just coming in, you didn't miss a thing. So Bitcoin, $69,884 overall market cap, 2.45 trillion, up almost 1%, right? Just a little shy of 1%, 0.9%. Ethereum hanging out over 2,000. BTC was over 70 just a minute ago when I first refreshed this. But Ethereum, $2,031. Getting some green on this 7-day action here. I like to see that. A little bit of a bounce. BNB, $641. XRP, $1.38. It says it's up 1.7%, but it feels like it's down, honestly. Solana, $85.76. Dogecoin, about almost 9.5 cents. Cardano, 26 cents. Hyperliquid, $34.34. Monero, or XMR, $351, up 2.9% in the last 7 days. Chainlink, $8.94. Canton Network, 14.8, so almost 15 cents there. XLM, 15.8, so almost 16 cents there. I like how that worked out. HBAR, 9.5 cents. Avalanche, $9.52. All of these numbers very like interchangeable. It's very weird. SWE, 95 cents. So we had HBAR, 9.5 cents. Avalanche, $9.52. SWE, 95 cents. You see how those all are very, they're not close in price, but they're like the same numbers in different ways. Very interesting. Zcash, $219. Memecore, $1.44, and it's up 4.1% in the last 7 days, but it's down 4.7% in the last 24 hours. So you figure that math out. Where is our flare for our blues guy here? It's number 76, so it moved up one. It's been 77 for the last couple of days. And we're going to jump over to what is trending here. But before we do, we're going to break it up with a little bit of research over here on Twitter. So I just typed in DeFi, see what comes up for DeFi. So this is going to be kind of multifaceted, right? This is going to be looking at what people are posting, but it's also going to be looking at what actual people, right? The DeFi investor. So let's check this person out, right? Crypto analysis, sharing DeFi updates and crypto strategies. Subscribe to my blog, stay on the top of trends. 162.5 thousand followers. So 12 hours ago, he says Aave attracted over 1.2 billion in total value locked on Mantle in just 1 month. Mantle DeFi total value locked is now up 4x as a result of Aave integration. Crazy how fast this happened. And I just thought it would be cool to integrate a little bit more in the show, to do a little bit more deep diving. I'm always looking to add more elements to the show to give you guys more value. I'm always racking my brain to figure out how can I give my community more value. So I'm working for you guys even when I'm not live. What is this? Rack, a new incentive alert. Sit down and check. So here's some pools. Okay. What is this? PMUSD. Melissa says nice. Theo, deposits open tomorrow. And I'm just scanning through things. I'm not going to know what every single thing is every time there's a post about something. Okay, so this is the DeFi investor. That's pretty interesting. Edgy, the DeFi edge. And he's got a sword in his title, so he must be cutting edge, right? 304.3 thousand followers, right? So he must be in the deep dive research here. Oh, look, Rack. Didn't we just talk about that? Wasn't that the exact same ticker? We respect that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. I want to make it so simple that you guys just show up and you get, like, you guys spent all the time doing all of this stuff and you get to relax and enjoy the show. That's what I want to build. Most DeFi yield comes from the same place: token emission or recycled crypto liquidity. When BTC drops 20%, your yield usually drops with it. That's why yield diversification doesn't really feel like diversification. It usually just the same risk in, I'm going to say, other assets. Rax iREIT is trying something different. So that sounds very innovative. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. If you're bearing yield in crypto, and when BTC drops, all the other altcoins and everything else in this market follows suit, then you're going to get, even if you're diversified in different yields, as long as you're in crypto, you're going to feel the bear market, right? So instead of another crypto correlated asset, they're bringing real estate exposure on chain, backed by physical properties and rental incomes rather than just crypto flow. I've seen several things talking similar about this. I'm going to like it because I think that that's really cool. Just having the ability to invest in real estate at your own pace, right? Like if you could throw $50 a week in it, you know, that actually could give you some exposure over a year, how much you're going to have. I'm not going to do the math, right? But it's a decent amount year over year, where like if you actually wanted to get into real estate, nobody's going to let you in on even the tiniest percentage of real estate for $50 a month. Come on. But with real world assets and fractionalizing an asset, right, breaking it down into really small pieces, we can now add that ability to the world of investing. This is a pretty cool account. I'm going to follow him. And I think we're going to be doing a little bit more of this. There's a couple other people. There was one person who NW gave us the other day that I want to pull up and look at his stuff quite often. And this is just to kind of, you know, prime the air for the airdrop stuff that we're going to be doing. Okay, what does it say? First ETH prize pool is live. On-chain GM monthly reward, 1 ETH in total. First prize. Okay, so this has to do with this on-chain GM, which is interesting because I have it up. This is what we use for our airdrops when we're trying to get the airdrops on the Robinhood testnet, but I'm sure you use it for many other things. And we haven't got to that part of the show yet. Just hang tight. We're going to talk about that. But I just wanted to show off this Selman NFT. I think it's Salma NFT, right? You can read that several different ways, but you see it right here, right? At Salma NFT. I don't know. It sounds like a crazy name, like a foreign name. To me, I'm in America. To you, it's probably not a foreign name because you probably live where that is common. Anyways, the point is they're doing a reward system, on-chain GM, something you would use for trying to farm some airdrops on test nets. What is this? Titan Exchange. New badges here. Let's claim it. I've been watching a few videos, not recently, but months ago, about Titan X, stuff like that. And there were some people who were very bullish on it, although I can't claim to understand it as well as I had hoped to. So many things to deep dive in here. That's why we're building a community, right? A project with 10.5 million investments on Solana network is continuing transactions for the airdrop. Let's go to the Vanish platform and deposit around 0.1 Sol from the shield action. You can withdraw it right after, it says. So this is interesting. We're going to check back during the airdrop time and we're going to take a look at that. Let's go ahead and get back to where we were. I've already segued a bunch, but like I said, we're going to be adding more and more and more and more to the show. I don't care if it makes the show 4 hours long. Of course, we're going to try to get value, right? So we're not going to just make it 4 hours for no reason. It's going to be 4 hours of nonstop information. Right now, we do minimum an hour and a half. Almost every stream is at least 2 hours, though. Anyways, here is what's trending for today over on CoinGecko. Then we'll go to Crypto Rank. Then we'll look at the Fear and Greed Index. And we'll look at the Altcoin Season Index, all right? So Bitcoin trending, Pudgy Penguins, everyday trending. Makes me want to get, let's just look at something real quick. Because I say everyday Pudgy Penguins is trending. Let's pull it up on like the yearly. Man. Overall, it looks like it's not a bad time to buy Pudgy Penguins. Year to date, I mean, it's down. What more do you want? I mean, you had this big, look at that. Wow. Well, here, let's pull up the live chart real quick. Can I do that? Live chart for, it's going to take me over to CoinGecko or Gecko Terminal, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, you can see that this high up here for January 6, 2025 is like almost exactly the same high here at July 22nd, 2025. And you had this big dip in the middle, nice volatility. And then what do you see here? You see again this big dip and you're like, right, let's see, what was the bottom here? 0.0038 and we're at 0.0069. If you come down, you'll see Pengu history, right? And it'll show you all-time low, 0.0037. An all-time high is 0.06. I don't know. I'm going to put Pudgy Penguins on my list of coins that I wouldn't mind buying. It's like the only NFT project exposure that seems I don't want to say hot, right? Because we're kind of in a bear market, bear trend. Nothing seems like overly hot and bullish, but I mean, what else is there? Can anybody name any other NFT projects that you consider even slightly strong? I mean, there's Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's the one that I think most people are aware of, even maybe more than Pudgy Penguins, if they've been around a little while. But Pudgy Penguins has in-store items. I can see where the money's coming from, and that is what is important. And just to remind you, Pudgy Penguins is number 108 by market cap with 435.8 million in market cap. So Pudgy Penguin's still very much on my radar. All right. Hyperliquid trending, Pi Network, Monad, Sui, Zcash, Solana, Render, Pepe, Aave, Freza AI, Bitcoin SV, Litecoin, and Keld AI, not to be confused with Kite AI. So when we're coming through what's trending, one, I'm trying to tell you what's trending. Other than that, we're really looking for things that are interesting or things that we don't know what they are at all, maybe brand new tokens. And the only thing that really screams I need to go over it is this Keld AI, which is not new. I've been over it before, but we're going to go over it again. According to Rug Checker, the contract creator can make changes to the token contract, such as contract metadata, disabling selling, changing fees, unrestricted minting, and more tokens, transfer tokens, etc. Exercise caution. So they're giving you a little bit of a notification here. If you've ever used CoinGecko, you've probably seen this, right? I like that they're integrated with rugchecker.xyz here. There's many other rug checkers. I've noticed some ways that they kind of get around rug checkers. So it's like a check and balance kind of thing. So like the rug checker does a certain way that it checks for rugs, and then the projects get smart and they find ways around it, and then hopefully the rug checker gets updated and it updates to the new way that they're getting around it, and then we just cycle and hopefully it's staying up to date, right? But I've seen this whole like they can change metadata and disable selling on projects that are far more legitimate and nothing bad has happened. So it doesn't always mean the end of the world, but exercise caution. Never financial advice, right? This is crypto research. So Keld AI, I think that's how you're supposed to say it, right, is chilling at about 1.5 cents, 16.1 million in market cap. If you have time, please look at Dogelon Marzalon. Yeah, okay, I'll do that in just a moment. Blues Guy rolling in says, greetings and gratitude to all. Thank you, everybody. Much appreciation. Glad to be here and grateful to have a community full of joy and happiness. Stay high vibes. Shout out to Blues Guy. Appreciate you clipping videos for me. You've been putting those out every day. I just did another one for tomorrow, and I noticed that you got me those missing episodes. So I really appreciate that. I just want to shout you out and let everybody know that you always help me. Of course, Melissa. Can't leave you out. I love my mods. You guys are very helpful. Let's see. Thanks a lot. Absolutely. All right. So Keld AI. It's got a Solana contract. Here's their website. Artificial intelligent category. Believe.app ecosystem. Why does that sound so familiar? But I can't say that I know what the heck it is. Hit this water. Again, it's a Solana ecosystem. And let's go. Sourcing the largest licensable data set on the planet. Thanks, Blues Guy. I see you. It says my pleasure. All right. So what do we know? So far, it's about data sets. That's what we have here, and AI. Powering the world's leading AI companies, governments, and research institutions with data sourced from verifiable contributors. And Blues Guy, we're going to talk after stream. You're always asking for more tasks and things to do. I have some ideas. Definitely, let's talk after the stream's over. Your data, your story. So this is about data. Here's Mr. Kim's auto experience documented on Keld. So is this what is this like a? This is like a Vice TV. This is like about different documentaries and things like that. Documentating stuff. Breakthroughs in data and AI. The uncanny valley of perfection. This looks like an interesting project. Don't get me wrong. Let's bounce back here. I want to see on the max chart when this thing came out. So May 22nd, 2025 token generation event. 0.0029. And right now you're at 0.016, so you would have did really well early on with this thing. Of course, who's buying a lot of these coins day one? I don't know. It can be sketchy. A lot of things come out and dump like immediately, so you gotta be really careful. All right. Where were we? Oh, we were over here. So I'm trying to understand the angle. I get the AI, I get the data set, I get all of that stuff. Usually I love when they have like a about us category, because I'm trying to figure out what is up with these like little, almost look like, oh, how Daniel uses Khaled. So obviously they have a whole app. I don't want to download the app. Pays for your data, just upload, we do the rest, watch your earnings grow. So it's one of those where it eats your data. It's so funny where we go from like you know, we want all this privacy, don't let anybody sell your data, to like, well, unless I could make the money, then I'll gladly sell you my data, right? So they've switched tactics to get all your data out of you. I'm not going to pass judgment one way or another on any of that stuff. I never trust any of these ratings, to be honest with you. AI could generate tons of positive ratings. Get paid for your data. Okay, so this does give me a little bit of a better idea of what the heck it is, and apparently you could download it like right on your computer. I wish I knew who I'm selling my data to. I mean, big data brokerages package up lots of data and sell it out to pretty much anybody who wants it. And that seems like what is going on here. Khaled V2 pays out 95,000. Uploads surge by 400x. I don't know how many people they have using it, but 95,000 doesn't sound like a lot of money. I'm going to just go out on a limb. Khaled expands special tasks with 2.2 million agreements. See, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that seems to matter a lot more. I don't know. If you're looking for ways to make some money and you don't really care about your privacy and your data, this might be the way to go. All right. This is for you. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Work harder on yourself more than you do on your job. We all know that is Big Jim Rohn in the building. Thanks for saying that. I'll do it. I'm all in. Thanks so much. It means a lot. I respect these words at Blues Guy. And Motivational Hero asked me to go over Dogelon. So we're going to do that real quick before we move into our Fear and Greed Index. What is up with these numbers today? I don't know if like crypto YouTube, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know if it's just like really in the doldrums right now, just really down and out. But the last 2 days, numbers have been really low. Very interesting. I can see how many people like come through as we're doing it. And yesterday they only showed the show to 32 people. That's crazy low. It's like 75% lower than normal, if not like 100% lower. Very weird. What was I looking up? Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. He wants Dogelon. And I remember when this thing came out. I can't say that I know a ton about it. Here we are. So Max Chart says token generation event was all the way back in April 22nd, 2021. So not a new coin, definitely a meme coin. 38.4 million in market cap. A lot of different Fuse contract. That's interesting. Ethereum, Fuse, Chronos, Solana, BNB, and Polygon. Meme protocol, dog themed, Elon Musk inspired. Doesn't really seem like it has the best staying power. It seems like this can do well as long as Elon Musk is getting a lot of exposure constantly, and it's, I guess, positive, which is a lot to ask consistently all the time. And then on top of that, it doesn't even matter all the time because you kind of need him to talk about this or something to really get it to move. Mr. Hate CCP Says, oh yeah, how much storage is needed for blockchain's entire history, right? That would be a great question. I don't have the exact metric. I went YOLO into Litecoin in 2017. Big mistake. I feel you. I never went heavy in it. I had a little bit of it. What did I buy it at? I don't even remember what I bought it at. I held it. It went up probably like $100 or more than I bought. I only bought 2 or 3 of them at the time. It was very small. I really just dipped my toe into that one. And yeah, I think I ended up selling it for very little gains. Litecoin, very disappointing. Thanks for your info a lot, brother. You're absolutely welcome. Thanks for asking for a coin and being involved here. I really love that. It gives us some direction. Let's go to their website. I do want to look at this a little bit more. I want to understand it. I mean, I get the angle. It's a meme coin, very much after like Dogecoin, because Dogecoin's connection to Dogecoin's connection to Elon. Of course, Dogecoin is connected to Doge, right? So I am Dogelon Mars. And then, you add in the factor that, Elon's always talking about going to Mars, and you just wind up with Dogelon Mars. Kind of makes you wonder where we're going. With a meme coin like this, it's like I really need them to build something. Of course, I can say I love the artwork on the website. It is cool. If you come to the website, especially if you're a crypto degen, you're gonna love this. And I can admit that it has a great website, and also admit that who knows if this really matters to anybody except for a handful of really degen crypto enthusiasts. And then, like, I hate when they say their partners are just like exchanges that they're listed on. Like, that's not a partnership. Like, I guess it's an agreement that they're gonna list your coin, but they're not like marketing you, or they're not like bullish on you. They're not building something on Dogelon network. I don't even know if Dogelon has a network, right? So Dogelon Metaverse. Now, this is what I'm looking for. This is the reason why I really went to the website, is I'm looking for trading bots, metaverse, that'll work. Like, I'm looking for different things that give this real relevance and staying power. So land on Mars. This is a great idea. If these are the plots, though, this looks horrid. This looks like the first iteration of video games that ever existed on this planet. Yeah, what is this? What am I even looking at? This like one plot. Like what is that? Okay, I'm gonna own that, and then what? If this is a metaverse, like where is the metaverse? And the only thing they're selling is lands? Do they not have any other? They don't have anything else in the metaverse? They don't have like at least some accessories? Very weird. I kind of want to see the actual metaverse. I don't want to spend too much time on this. We're going over Dogelon just because somebody in the community asked. If anybody is just popping in here, that's what's going on. It says a metaverse, and I didn't see a metaverse, right? You click learn more, and it just takes you to the marketplace to buy land. And I mean, they're not expensive, so I mean, how mad could you be? If I was a millionaire, I would just buy all of these for the heck of it and hope that one day I could sell them on people for 100 times the price. But I don't think so, because where is the actual metaverse? That's the part that's getting on my nerves. We love some gaming DeFi out here, so it's like I really want to see like a gamified metaverse. Nothing. Rufus L2, Rufus Chain, and Arbitrum Nitro Layer 2 blockchain is now live. Arbitrum's a Layer 2. I don't know what Rufus is. It a Layer 2 on a Layer 2? That seems really weird. I don't know what Rufus is. Connect to Rufus Chains. This is somebody's chain. Maybe Rufus is the chain for Dogelon. I mean, that would give it more reason for being around. But I need to see like specialization, right? I need to see a reason for existing and in some kind of way that they're going to compete with everything else that's going on in crypto here. And I'm not seeing it so far. It's like with all the artwork and all the main page website, it's like they talk a good game, talking a real good game, but I'm not seeing anything of any value. They'll sell you apparel. That's not hard to do. Quick start guide, step by step. Okay, get started. Okay, this is just how to buy the coin. I mean, for somebody that might be really useful. To me, that's pointless. I am Dogelon. Join the mission. Takes you to Uniswap again so they can get you to buy it. Where's the metaverse? Where's anything important? Okay, so I'm done with this, and I'm not trying to be hard on anybody or anything here, but that's really my assessment of it. I don't really have anything to say other than it seems like a meme coin that hasn't done anything in a really long time. I assume you're asking because I assume you're holding some. There are many coins that we buy and they just never get the follow through, and we usually hold them hoping that at some point they're going to go up. And that is why we've done so many IQ raising events on what is value, where does value come from, why certain projects and narratives, how it all works, all right, across the board, from what narratives pump, why certain narratives stay, why you should look at them more like startup projects than actual currencies. If you're really, really new, that's a great point. And that, like any good startup company, like think of a newly listed company is just getting big, gets newly listed on the stock market. Like you gotta analyze if you think that they have a good solution to a problem that is heavily sought after, right? You could have a great solution to a problem nobody is worried about and nobody cares and nobody's gonna spend any money on it, right? All right, so Fear and Greed Index up to 15. Let's check out and see what it was yesterday. We have so many things to get over. We're an hour, almost 40 minutes into the stream, and we are just kicking off. So if you wanted to be somewhere where they're bringing all kinds of information and crypto at you, you're in the right place. I bought it at $26 to $75. And what is it right now, just out of curiosity? I haven't looked at Litecoin in a long time. $53.97. That was a big range that you gave me. So whatever you bought at $26, you're doing all right on. Whatever you bought at $75, not so much. Who is it that's always so bullish on Litecoin? Jason Casper, if you know who Jason Casper is. I know he's really bullish on Litecoin. I don't have anything to say about it. Litecoin is what it is. It's old, but a lot of people think that because it's been around so long, it's going to be considered like an Ethereum and stuff by institutions of some kind of value. I don't know. I guess if they have no idea what they're doing, then they would think Litecoin's very valuable just because it's been around for a long time. Like you could throw some metrics behind and analytics behind Litecoin, but where is the building? Where's the integration? Where's the cutting edge stuff? How is it going to survive when these new projects come out and are just light speeds ahead of a lot of things? Can it compete? Does it have active developers, right? I'm sure it has a few, but does it have like a real team of active developers on Litecoin? All great questions that we could dig into at some point, right? So, Fear and Greed Index at 15. It was at 13 yesterday. 7 days ago, it was at 10. And 1 month ago, it was at 5. So when you look at the historical value here on Crypto Rank, it looks like we're trending in the right direction. And when it says 7 days ago, it's not taking an average. It means literally 7 days ago it was at 10, because I want to say 5 days ago we were at like 22. There was a day we were at like 22 on the Fear and Greed Index, and then we shot right back down, right? We had one very bullish looking day. And the altcoin index is ticked up from 38 to 41. That's just off the top of my memory. Hopefully that's right. But it's moved up a little more to the center. We'd love to see altcoin season kick off. But how many times do we get altcoin season at the bottom of a bear trend when Bitcoin hasn't even recovered a whole lot? So keep that in mind, right? Let's go to trending cryptos. Throw a 111 in the chat if you like the stuff that I've added to the beginning of the stream, or just added to the stream. The what's trending on Twitter. We could spend a lot of time on that. So we're going to be bouncing on, back to the Twitter thing on and off. Let me get rid of Colette. I don't need that up. All right. So they're always changing things on Crypto Rank on us, which I like. I love the innovation, right? So now they have this thing with the trending that allows you to drop some money and have the project spotlight, which is just really interesting to me because it seems like anybody can boost it, right? It'd be one thing if like Banker, the actual protocol, like the actual team behind Banker, they boosted their thing in the search, in the trending. That would make a lot of sense. But like, it looks like anybody could come in here and do this. I don't know why you'd want to. I mean, it starts at $200 for 24 hours. Okay, premium tiers are really expensive. Maybe not really expensive for a project, but either way. My point is, it seems a little counterintuitive to put paid advertising in your trending, because that's basically what boosted is. It's paid advertising. Anyways, Banker and Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I'm sure, would still be trending. I don't know why anybody would waste the money to do this, because Bitcoin would probably be trending anyways. But Banker might not have been trending today if somebody didn't put money behind it. So it's kind of like, why is it even there? I'm going to not digress on that anymore, right? I'm not going to talk about that anymore. So Opinion is a prediction market coin. I think it's heavily saturated in the area. Opinion markets are having a little bit of controversy right now, so I wouldn't expect the project to do really well. We have this Nexeria. Nexeria. I'm just going to call it Nexi because that's the ticker. We went over this quite a bit yesterday. Has a bunch to do with Heroes of Mavia. There are some bullish things around it as far as DeFi gaming goes, but you kind of got to be at the epitome of DeFi gaming. All right. Sorry, I was not all the way where I needed to be in the chat. Melissa says, I love to use Litecoin. Litecoin is like Ethereum Classic. Okay. I've never heard anybody say that before, so that is very interesting. Litecoin is very strong in astrology and have very big potentia. I don't know if that's fully English right there. Anyways, true for Litecoin. Yeah. I've never really used it to interact with it. Hate CCP says, how is fear and greed measured? It's a sentiment of the market, right? So how is it exactly measured? Well, I used to have a fear and greed that actually broke down everything that they were going over. It's a bunch of different metrics around sentiment, right? Not just price. See, a lot of people see the fear and greed index and they think it's just an indicator of if Bitcoin price is up or not, if it's trending up or trending down. And there's some truth to that because sentiment goes down when it trends down and sentiment goes up when it trends up. But it's not 100% correlated to that. There are other factors that they take into consideration for that. Shout out to everybody who's interacting with the channel. When I say throw 111 in the chat, and you do, a couple people missing from that list there. Melissa with the YouTube channel and my Twitter, appreciate that. All right, let's run through this. So we'll touch on Nexeria for a minute. Superform, Yield, INSO, Fabric, AI, Sign, Derivative. I'm looking for anything that's interesting. As I'm doing this, if there's a project you want me to look at for you, go ahead and shout it out. I'll go over it for you. But a lot of these, like Plasma, been over Plasma for months, right? Definitive, Edge, we've done that for several days. It's a little bit newer on the radar, but we've done it many times. Fallow, we went over yesterday. Babylon, we went over yesterday. I have a lot of people who come back day after day. And so I want to make sure that I'm not just reiterating the exact same thing. So DYDX, why do I feel like I own some of that? I think I might have a tiny bit of that on Coinbase. It spiked really hard at one point, and I was like, yes, this thing's finally moving. And then within a couple weeks later, just like everything else, it had dropped, right? So what is DYDX, you might ask? Pretty sure it is a decentralized exchange, maybe? DYDX token is the layer 1 protocol token for the DYDX chain. as agreed by DYDX community through DYDX governance. Let's go over to their website real quick. All right, this is DYDX, right? The biggest affiliate program update yet. Okay, they have an affiliate program. That's interesting. Most DEX affiliate programs offer around 10%. DYDX starts at 30% and scales to 50% based on the volume that you drive. They have my interest. I'm not just looking at the affiliate though. I want to see like the actual app, right? Let's go to get started. You're leaving the site by clicking, you go to dydx.xyz. Okay. So we're leaving that, and where are we going? Deploy or run v4 any infrastructure. Okay. I mean, I like that it gives me like a little notification. All right, it says it's not available in my region. I guess I'd have to use a VPN here. It looks like a decentralized exchange, right? With probably other bells and whistles. It has different things. Let's see. Trade, spot. It's its own exchange. Is it? See, okay, so I was right. It is a decentralized exchange, like I thought it was. I wish I knew how much interaction or volume. Can you search like a specific website in Google Analytics and see how much traffic that specific website is getting? There's got to be a way to do that. I feel like I've heard people say that they're doing that, right? Got API trading keys. You can use to plug into different places. Up to 1 million in liquidation rebates. So when they have an affiliate program, it seems like they're really just looking for people who drive people to this exchange. I don't know if I'm going to even bother with that. Let's see. Fees referred. They have 602 users. See how very different this is though? Look, this person has 697 users referred and they're only getting 49.9 thousand, where like these people here have 142,000 with less people. This one's got 100,000 with only 202 people, and I don't know how you make this make sense, right? Maybe these are some high level people. This person only has six people referred and they have 936,000 in fees earned. All right, that's very interesting. So DYDX, we've seen the craze of decentralized exchanges, right? I don't know if this is even worth me messing with, but I don't know. Maybe people want to see a decentralized exchange that's been around for a long time. I just would have to see what kind of traffic is going on there on that. All right, back to Crypto Rank. It has 77.6 million in market cap. It's been as high as 1.9 billion. Talk about a huge disparity. Let's go to the monthly, probably the best thing to do. And it looks like September 1st, 2021 is when the token generation event was. And if I could just ask all my peeps to maybe rile this chat up a little bit, that would be awesome on a Wednesday. Now, Wednesdays don't tend to be the most exciting thing for engagement, but it is what it is. All right, let's keep moving right along. Let's hop back over to doing a little bit of research over on Twitter. So let's see what happens when you type in crypto. See what comes up. So of course you have people. There's a lot of the people to follow. Why does it like it keeps giving me my own stuff? Like, am I actually trending that much? No, there's no way, right? I'm not. And I mean, it's just a lot of my own posts. And of course, Sam, the lifer. Shout out to the lifer. Always got to like his posts. Somebody sent him some items there. Just trying to see what all's relevant. He asked Claude where to put $1,000. Not stocks, not crypto. Claude said buy prediction market events under 3 cents. And turned 1,000 into 98,000. So buy prediction market events under 3 cents. I guess maybe that's the strat there. That's just an interesting idea. I've never messed with it. I didn't know that they had prediction markets that you could get into for 3 cents. That's very interesting. Coinbase said live on Fox that Trump prioritizing the crypto market structure bill to pass is finally happening. And that was from 16 hours ago. So is that true? I mean, there's been a lot of talk about this structure bill, crypto structure bill. So hopefully something comes out of it. Of course, I always see everything from your doomsday people to, your people who are very bullish about it. And then, like, can Pepe run 50x by 2027? Seems like a bunch of hopium. Seems like the people who talk about XRP going to $50,000 a coin, which I hope it does. I would never be more happy to be wrong about something in my life. Money early public access will launch soon next month. Who knows if you can trust any of this? So crypto doesn't seem like the tag we really want to look at. I'm going to be honest, because DeFi seems to be more real stuff, where like crypto, you just kind of get everybody who's looking for clickbait and who are looking for, engagement, maybe over honesty. Said, hey, Underground Crypto, did you check out the game coming out on the 19th that is in the DeFi game sector in the Discord? Let me pull it up. It looks like you've posted some new stuff. I don't know why my wife is texting me right now like I'm gonna text her back. Like she doesn't know what I'm doing. Anyways, what is this? Don't forget to pre-register. There's still time. Ethereum.com grand launch. Oh, it's on Cross, which reminds me. Now I'm going to double back here. So we got Cross, which is like, oh, I did not spell that right. Too many O's. So it's on Cross. Maybe this will get me there quickly. But I really wanted to look at the affiliate. I just clicked on whatever. That's not what I wanted. Is that the website for Cross? I don't remember that being the website for Cross. Whatever, I'll let it load. Yeah, I guess it is. Anyways, they had a really cool affiliate thing I wanted to check out, and maybe that game could be a part of it. Very interesting. Now, this is the Web 2 version. Where is... I've been on a different website for this. And we are really just looking at things in real time. And when somebody shouts something out, we're going to go deep dive. We're going to find it. You might like it. I haven't played any of it yet, just seen it. Very interesting. What, the 19th? That's in 9 days. Is it even out yet? Can you even play it yet? So let's go to website here. See, this is the one that had a different website. This is Nexus, though. Cross Games. Okay. And they have like a whole little video. This is Pixel Heroes. I mean, at this point in DeFi, if you can earn crypto with it and they have a working game, kind of goes hand in hand, right? So we'll just put that as one thing. But at that point, you're winning in DeFi. At this point, I don't really know what a lot of these games are as far as actually being DeFi or not. I think I thought I saved a page for this affiliate program Cross was running that was really cool. I know you guys probably don't care about this, but that's okay. I still am interested to look. I'll find it on my own time. But anyways, let's see if I can find the actual game that she is talking about. Thought they'd have it. So, sealm.com. Let's just grab this one. Whoops.com. Here we are. SealM on Cross. Start early by to create value. Pre-register now and take part from the very beginning. I wish I had any idea what this was, and I don't. What are we pre-registering for? I don't even know. Pre-register reward. You get potions. So you'll get some things for in-game items. All right, I agree to all the terms. Email address. I guess we'll go ahead and just put our regular one in there. If anybody wanted to know what my email address was, there you go. And it's cryptos with an S. What are you doing to me? I just gave it the email. All right, and we have pre-registered. Have you done this yet, Melissa? And apparently there is this whole thing. So I'm going to put my invitation code right under your video. If you haven't already done it yet, please use my invitation code. And if you're not in our Discord, you should definitely come check out our Discord. I appreciate you saying that we're live. See that you did that now. And yeah, we're always getting into all kinds of different things in crypto. And I just want to say to anybody who's here, I think that this is my personal opinion, right? I think that you are setting yourself up to be a little bit more advanced than everybody else in crypto. Everybody's going to come running back in, whether it's a year from now, 4 years from now, where everything heats up in crypto again. And it will happen at some point, unless the entire market is dead for the rest of eternity. Like the most cutting edge digital technology that you could have is just going to fizzle out before it ever even gets a chance to matter, with investments from BlackRock, tokenization, all kinds of things that we could go over, and actual legitimate legislation coming through. It's in the news. Anyways, if you think it's just going to fizzle out and go to zero and never exist, I don't know how well your economic thinking is, but I just kind of wanted to pat everybody on the back and say, if you're still looking at things here, not so much cross. I'm not telling you should, go see my affiliate link for a random DeFi game, but I'm saying crypto overall, right? We're always trying to raise your crypto IQ, and that is a very big part of it, is just knowing what crypto is and how it works. Anyways, I threw that in the... For anybody who wishes to know, GameFi, right? I threw my link in there under GameFi. Feel free to check it out if you want to pre-register on this game. If not, I'm sure that I'll be going over it a bunch. And I'm going to leave that up because I want to look into it just some more. So let's get into the news, right? We are an hour into the stream, and I'm just getting to the news, right? So crypto news price, Bitcoin hits 71,500. I think most of you probably know that. So oil shock fears and everything else over here is rallying. Those are stocks, so I don't even know what they are. Circle. Bitcoin rebounds, of course. Bitcoin, so they're all just about Bitcoin. XRP rise as crypto gets Trump boost. Did XRP rise? Because I don't think it did. Dogecoin price soars. It just soars. Dogecoin price did not soar. Just want everybody to know that. I don't even think it went up 1 penny in price action. As Musk announces X Money debut date. Okay, so is that legitimate? Because I saw some stuff on Twitter about it, but I never know if the stuff I see on Twitter, they're always trying to make up some coin like Amazon coin, X coin, and then shill it, make you somehow believe that it's real. Take a screenshot of a fake post that they made by, Dogecoin, and then Photoshop it with his handle and then get people. Anyways, when you can always go directly to his actual Twitter and see if he really posted something. Anyways, armed attackers force French couple to transfer 1 million in Bitcoin during a home invasion. That's never an accident. That was well thought out. Washington froze crypto legislative future on Sunday. By Monday, the industry had already moved on. So resilient. doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of real news to go over, right? And let's go to what's trending on Twitter, crypto Twitter, because it doesn't really see. Melissa said she did pre-register. Okay. Hey, I pre-registered. I haven't even seen it. You said I haven't played it or seen it. I haven't even seen it. That was all I saw. But it's a game. It's DeFi. I'm going to go off of your recommendation. I'm going to check it out. Sentiment is extremely bearish. Well, it's near cycle lows. I guess that's perfect conditions for a surprise move up. Yeah, there you go. Bitcoin super cycle prediction returning. As stock to flow creator, Plan B is again predicting massive upside, suggesting 500k average BTC this cycle. Okay, I'm here for it. Let's see that. Ethereum staking and validator decentralization, discussion around Ethereum Foundation activity, 72,000 ETH staking initiative, experimentation with distributed validator technology. This is part of Ethereum's ongoing decentralization push for staking infrastructure, which obviously they moved from proof of work to proof of stake, and they're just trying to make it better and better. Altcoin cycle speculation. Major influencers are pushing the narrative that Bitcoin and ETH are about to surprise everyone. Well, if ETH runs, then we should get some altcoin run, right? That's fueling speculation of altcoin season. You guys would be blown away how fast Bitcoin can go back to 100,000 from 70. I know, and I'm not talking in a day or two, but I mean in a month. Can happen. We can pump really, really, really hard sometimes. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I'm not trying to sell you hopium here, but I've seen Bitcoin do some crazy moves before. Institutional adoption debate, another hot topic. Corporate treasury, BTC purchases, ETF flows, nation state adoption. Some users are linking this to the U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve concept. I mean, that's been going and talked about for forever. All right, so that's pretty much the news for today. I didn't want to not go over it, but I really didn't see anything there that was like, super exciting. And let me tell you a short story about crypto as we try to raise your crypto IQ in the doldrums or the bottom of the barrel in this bear trend. I'm still here trying to raise your crypto IQ. I hope that you guys remember that when we're moving on back up and everybody's excited about crypto again, right? So imagine building a system where nothing is ever deleted. So what do you think we're talking about so far? Every transaction, every account balance, every smart contract interaction, everything remains part of a permanent record. At first, this seems like a powerful idea. Blockchain promises transparency and immutability. Immutability, right? I don't know why I tried to make that a bigger word than it already was. Says, yeah, short story time, exactly. So nothing can be secretly altered. Every action becomes part of a shared global history. But over time, something begins to happen. The system grows. Each new user creates an account or multiple accounts. Each DeFi protocol stores contract data. Each NFT collection records ownership information. Each application writes new variables into storage, aka more and more and more and more data is stacking up. The blockchain expands with every block. Developers refer to the current situation of the network as state. You'll hear me say this a lot. It's kind of an odd word unless you're kind of techie and nerdy. Might not make a lot of sense. We think of states as like territories, right? That's not what we're talking about here. I think of it more as like memory. This includes all the balances, contract storage, the ownership data that the system needs to function. Unlike historical data, which can be archived, state must remain quickly accessible, also known as data availability. Nodes rely on this data to verify transaction and maintain the network, right? For validation. As the system grows, the amount of state grows as well. Can you imagine how much state or memory is needed for like the Ethereum network? Wow, that is a lot. That's why being a validator, you have to store that entire state, can become very expensive. So running a node requires storing and accessing this expanding data set. Over time, the hardware required to maintain the network increases, and this introduces a deeper concern. If the cost of running nodes becomes too high, aka Bitcoin, fewer individuals will be able to participate in the maintaining of the system, aka Bitcoin. When that happens, decentralization begins to weaken, so keep that in mind. This is why developers are paying close attention to the state growth problem, and you're seeing many blockchain advances trying to solve this. Think zero-knowledge proofs. The challenge is not simply storing data, right? The challenge is maintaining systems that remain decentralized even as they scale to support millions of users and applications. Yesterday, we talked a lot about the Bitcoin or the blockchain trilemma. It applies to Bitcoin, but it's bigger than that. It's just a blockchain trilemma, and the three things that it's like you can do too well, but usually at sacrifice of the other one, and nobody's been really able to do all three well without sacrificing at all any of the variables there, any of the three trio. So the challenge is maintaining the systems that remain decentralized even as they scale to support millions of users and applications. State growth reveals something fundamental about blockchain design. Scaling crypto is not just another processing more transaction. It's not just about processing more transaction. It's about ensuring that the system remains accessible to anyone who wants to participate in it. Basically, not getting too far away from the ethos or the original idea of decentralization, all in the name of scaling and making it so it's fast and everybody can use it. Well, that usually means that we have to depart from the idea of decentralization. And so how do we solve that? There's many people trying to do so. Let's check on that trade. See how up or down I am here. All right, I'm down $8. It just bounced off of my my break-even line, like it was support and resistance. Don't know how it does this every time, but it does. And right now we're kind of just chilling. It looks like we're very much getting like a Bart Simpson type pattern here, right? Like just hopefully one can dream, can he? I haven't even really looked at the liquidity. Let's look at the liquidity for River. People love the trading. Wow. Is this even River? Okay, this is River. Look at this. 557,000 liquidation event right under this bottom wick right here. Let's zoom that in a little bit. So you'll see it's like right under this little wick right here. We have a little bit to the upside. Let's make it more than 24 hours. Let's go the last 48 hours. Nah, that's not even good enough. Let's go the last 3 days. There we go. And we do have some high liquidity above us. But it's hard to believe it's not going to at least first come down and hit this 557,000. And that is at $12.89. So if we came over here and I put my take profit at, what we say it was, $12.87, I'd make 35 bucks. Very little in this trade, guys. Very, very, very little money. Maybe like $35. Is that what we said here? Yeah, 89. Same thing. And I'm not going to even lock that in. I'll be following it. I might wish that I did, but we'll follow it. It looks very Bart Simpson-ish to me. And $12, and we'll use a ray here. 89 cents is not that far if you look at it on the chart. Let's see if I can get it. Well, all right. Oh, what is that? That is not the ray that I'm looking for here. Horizontal ray. I love when I take all the time to get right to the proper price just to like have the wrong thing. Anyways, this green line is kind of what we're looking for here. Not that far away from price action really, and we are on a 5-minute chart, so it's really not that crazy. Let's go look at the 15. So the 15 just started to kind of pull down. You are above the 200. It looks like you had a head and shoulder here, if you ask me. Look at it. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Maybe we're going to get like a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder kind of thing. Also, I think very much looks like a Bart Simpson pattern, right? All right. So let's bounce back to raising your crypto IQ before I lose you guys. And shout out again to everybody who's here. I appreciate you. So what blockchain state actually means? Again, think of state more like memory. There's a lot to go into to like what, the difference between that would be. But for all intent purposes, think of like memory on a computer. So in blockchain systems, state refers to the current condition of the network. It includes account balances, smart contract data, token ownership, stored variables inside the contracts. State represents the current snapshot of the system and everything that's happened, right? Transactions continuously change state. Every transaction updates the state. Examples include, of course, transferring tokens, minting NFTs, updating smart contract variables, interacting with DeFi protocols. These changes accumulate over time. Shout out to those custom emojis. River, value high 14.2, POC 13.9, value low, or volume all-time low, I think he's saying 13.7. I always mix those up. Of the range it's been in for 9 hours. Yeah. There you go. So the difference between history and state. Blockchains store two categories of data: history and state. History is all past transactions, and state is the current active system data, right? What it needs right this second. State must immediately be accessible for the network to function. Think data availability, or the availability of data, the system data. Why state growth is inevitable. As blockchains gain users and applications, and new accounts are created, more contracts are deployed, and more storage variables are written. Unlike traditional databases, this information often persists indefinitely, right? State grows continuously. So large state makes nodes harder to run. Okay, so this is kind of where we're going, is we're kind of explaining to you what the problem is with scalability, with scaling in blockchain technology in general. As great as blockchain technology is for decentralization and security, scalability is a real issue. And scalability is where a lot of projects move away from true blockchain and Web3, and they move to other things to try to scale, but they sacrifice security. Nodes must maintain access to state in order to verify transaction as state expands. Storage requirements increase, hardware requirements rise, and syncing nodes becomes slower. Running nodes becomes more demanding, both with the technical, physical things that you need, like, GPUs and storage ability and memory and RAM and all of those kind of things. Like, you have to shell out more money for more equipment in order to run a proper node on, say, Ethereum. The decentralization risk. If running a node becomes too expensive or technically difficult, few people will participate. How many people are running Bitcoin nodes right now? This concentrates validation power among a few operators, and now you're back to centralization. Large state can gradually weaken decentralization. So we desperately need a solution to the memory of the blockchain, right? The active memory, the data availability in real time, that's not so taxing. I saw one project was talking about zero knowledge proofs, and that they could alleviate this problem to where you could validate and prove things without having to store the complete history of every transaction that's ever gone on the network. And that would really free up nodes and make it a lot easier for people to run nodes without these excessive need for memory and state. Now, other people or other people, other projects, other blockchains and stuff have introduced things like light nodes that help with validation and earn some, but they don't necessarily have the full state available at all times, right? They're a light node. Okay, Ethereum state growth challenge. Ethereum's rapid ecosystem expansion has accelerated state growth through DeFi protocols, NFT token contracts, and complex applications. Managing this expanding data has become a major research focus. So think about when you want like these, full seamless apps or dApps, decentralized applications, for your Solana phone, and it's going to be completely on the Solana blockchain. All of this stuff that creates a ton of data, right? It creates a ton of state, and that can be a problem. Potential solutions being explored. So here we're going to get into some of the potential solutions, right? So we have developers are researching multiple approaches, including stateless client, right? Which is exactly what it sounds like, a client that doesn't require any state. Stateless. Vertical trees, which I believe is very much, there's vertical trees and there's another one, but it's a very Ethereum thing. State pruning, which is I guess where maybe they get rid of some things you don't really need. Improved storage architecture, of course, just the ability to actually store it all easier. These ideas attempt to reduce the burden of storing large state. I'm surprised ZK proofs are not in here. So core insight, state growth is one of the most important long-term infrastructure challenges in blockchain design because it directly impacts decentralization. Now, one thing I want to say to you about raising your crypto IQ, and one thing that I kind of want to make clear about, like, okay, this is very techie. Why would it matter if you know this? Because this is a huge problem in blockchain. If a project claims to be cutting edge and they claim to have a solution, like let's say, I've hinted at it multiple times, ZK proofs. Let's say that there's a way to use ZK proofs where you could have somewhere the entire history of a blockchain, everybody could access it, but with very low friction, like very low real, physical components that you need, right? Sophisticated computer resources and stuff like that is what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to put this into words that most people would understand. And so they have a solution. And you look into it, you're like, okay, that's a bold claim. I know a little bit about crypto, and I know that this is a huge problem. And then you dig into it, so you take some time and effort because of the newly acquired knowledge, making you a better speculator, and you run into that, and you really dig into it, and you find, okay, these people are actually able to do what they say they're going to do. This looks like it's going to work really, really well. This looks like the cutting-edge solution, the revolutionary solution. I'm just laying this out as a plausible case. And then maybe you invest in that because you've raised your crypto IQ, and all of a sudden all these other blockchains and stuff start implementing this technology like zero knowledge or homomorphic encryption, stuff like that, and everything moves in that direction and you were ahead of the curve. That's one of the ways that you win in crypto. I just want to reiterate why this is important, right? I want to reiterate why we should even care about raising our crypto IQ in the first place. And with that, we kind of really finishing off here our, main part of our show. We're going to move into the underground crypto hangout part of the show. We'll still talk about relevant stuff, no worries. Melissa says, I'm 10 minutes away from completing a 72-hour fast. Wow. Well done. If you haven't done a lot of them, that is a considerable milestone. So, crypto raising section of the stream. Melissa, you off. Work, yes. Your meds. Kidding off work. Oh, well deserved. Me too. 2 days. Nice. I go back this weekend. And Monday last night, I totally fell asleep in front of the live stream. Hey, that happens. My first 72-hour one. Very proud of myself. You should be. You absolutely should be. That's not an easy thing to do if you've never done it. How does it feel? I remember the first couple of times I ever fasted for like 2-3 days. It was just bizarre to me how much my brain was obsessed with food. Like, I wouldn't even be hungry, but like my brain would be thinking about like if I could just have like a saltine cracker or like a piece of white bread. And my mind is like, what are we doing here? I would never eat a plain saltine cracker, yet alone a slice of plain like Wonder Bread, ever. I would never eat that. It sounds terrible to me. And my brain is like fantasizing about it like it's a luxurious meal. And I'm only like 2.5 days into being fasted. This was back when I first started fasting. And it just really kind of blew me away at the mind's obsessive nature over food, even when you're not hungry. And it made me really understand why we eat so much when we're really not hungry and we really just like want to snack, right? We just get all snacky. It's because the brain is completely obsessed with food. Very interesting. I was hungry and couldn't stop thinking about food too. Good. I'm glad that you made it past that. The more you do try to fast though, the more you'll find after about 24 hours for people who fasted a good bit, maybe closer to 48, like you should release hormones in your body that suppress hunger. Usually after 24 hours, but between 24 and 48 hours. And you really shouldn't be hungry. It should be mostly just thoughts about food and fantasizing about food when really like you don't actually feel hungry. Even when I'm full, I think of food. I have to change that. Well, you're doing a great step, in my opinion, to changing that, because when you start fasting, what you do is you start to disconnect yourself from all of that over obsessive with food. Because how many people think about it, and it's another reason why you should really be proud of yourself, how many people ever actually do anything about the over obsessiveness of food? Most people don't, and they just let it run wild, and then they wonder why they can't get themselves appetite, whatever, they can't get it under control. And you're just not gonna get it under control if you're constantly allowing it to run undisciplined. And I certainly know that from experience, and it can creep up on you quick because we say it, we're busy. Now, Blue Sky says, fasting. Yep, I can speak all night about this. Me too. And this could turn into a channel about fasting. But we are in the Underground Hangout, part of the night. Drum roll. I wish I had some effects over here. I'll have to figure that out. How's the music? How is the mic? Let me know. This is Chainers. Link in the description. I love Chainers. I'm always messing with it. My affiliate link, I'm very transparent. Only does anything for me if you buy something in the store. Unless you buy something in the store, I get absolutely nothing out of the affiliate link. It's just a quick link in the description if you want to, I don't know, try to earn some BNB. Oh, I just mined CFB. It's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. I could use some CFB. That earned me almost earned me a full $1 of CFB, but there's 2 hours to go. It's probably going to go down. It's probably going to be like 50 cents worth of CFB. CFB is their in-game currency, right? Polmatic, you should know what that is. And BNB, and people can hate all they want on this type of stuff. DeFi gaming. Somebody came in here, had to make a snarky comment about DeFi gaming, and that's cool with me. I don't really care. But you can actually earn some BNB even if it's a little bit, and that's more than you can say for a lot of DeFi gaming. And if you stack it now and we go into a bear market at some point, it could be worth significantly more later. It's that $4, you could watch it turn into $20 and you'd be very proud of yourself. Obviously, I'm making jokes. I play a lot of this just because I like it. So if you want to get into it, feel free. Link in the description. And we get these immutable X tokens, or gems, sorry. I have no idea what they're good for. I should really figure that out at some point. All right, I'm getting a mission booster pack. Make it good. Okay, this is a leak. But you'll see it doesn't have that little triangle on it, so it's actually like something I can grow over and over and actually get more and like evolve them. Merge them is what they call it. They don't call it evolving yet. Oh, what is this? What did I just get? I just got a sheep. Uncommon fuzzy food. Okay, it's food for a sheep. I don't have a sheep yet. I don't know how to get that other than to buy it. And I'm trying to, like, a big part of this like game for me is to figure out how much I could earn without really ever buying anything. Just off of like basic, right? what do they call that? Like stock, right? And so if I do buy something, it's with the in-game currency that they give me. And again, this is the shop. Like I said, if you do click my affiliate link, I don't get anything unless you buy like something with USDT. That's the only way I'm getting anything. But they do have stuff here that you can buy with your CFB. And you'd be surprised sometimes how much CFB you'll earn, 20, 25 CFB at a time. So you could stack it up over time for sure. I pulled up Cosmos KD. I never can say that cleanly, right? It's all habitual. Everything is good. Underground. We are beings of habit, not hobbits. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to say it. I'm sure hobbits have habits, though. Why so much shade on the hobbits? Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. There's this game down here. It's where I usually actually earn a bunch of CFB, but I'm not going to play it right this second. I'll bounce back to it. I am certainly enjoying this Fogo fishing more and more. Like I said, in the season 2, they have more features. We have the shack where you can buy, some mud wrigglers or just worms, right, to increase your ability to mine. And then, of course, you can see your tackle box equipment, your tanks, rods. I don't know what the tank's for. Maybe to store some cool fish. It tells me that it seems like we're going to go to a place where when you actually get fish, you're going to actually get like a certain type of fish. Maybe a little bit more like this fishing frenzy, where when you actually get a fish, you actually get to see the fish, right? Totally different game. A new DeFi game building. If you love DeFi games and you're not coming to the DeFi Friday show, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you really love DeFi games. And what'll happen is we'll be messing with DeFi games, and at some point, could be a year from now, 3 years from now, adoption is going to come in on a really good game. And we're going to be all over it. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, you got lucky. You just happened to get into that early. And they'll ignore the really long period of time that we messed around with DeFi gaming when nobody cared. And I am again leveling up from level 7 to level 8. I don't even know how many levels there are here, but I have unlocked mythical, right? So rare is an 8x, uncommon is a 3x, and mythical is a 25x. I don't know if I've ever even hit it yet. And then, of course, they have this river species where I was saying there's going to be like some kind of where they show you what kind of fish you catch. And again, this is Fishing Frenzy. If you hit a cast here, wait for it to bob like you were fishing. And then you use this little thing here, interactive thing, to catch the fish. I went really easy by not putting my line out very far, so that was an easy catch. You go after the rare fish. That little like method they have for catching them is very difficult, right? And I believe this is integrated with the Ronin wallet. Even though I haven't been able to link my wallet, I don't know what that's about. And then, of course, they have room to scale and room to add a bunch of things. You got caves, aquarium, restaurants, workshops, diving. Let's see if I've unlocked any upgrades. Nope, don't have any upgrades here. And that's kind of what it's all about. I don't know what the earning potential is. We downloaded this one night when we were deep diving. Is what it is. Let's hit a round of Panzer Dogs, though. We'd be very grateful if all crypto enthusiasts here would press the like button, subscribe, join the Discord, follow Underground on Twitter. Exactly, I'd really appreciate that. And for the 10 people hanging out here, throw something in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Be a part of the community. We are a pretty close, tight-knit, up-and-coming crypto channel, Underground crypto family. Be a part of it. If you're looking for something that's a little more interactive and a little bit more tight-knit than maybe some of those big channels. I don't know what it's going to look like when we do eventually become a bigger channel, but we're going to do our best to really keep that, crypto family status going. Oh, he's going to try to hit me with that laser. I already know that. Oh, he's saving one for me. Did he get me? I think he did get me. No fair. Got him. Got the last laugh on that one. Let's grab the laser and get cooking. I'm pretty sure the laser will go like straight through everything. Did he just one-shot me? Oh, they have the missile. I love when we have the missile. That thing does big damage. What? I just watched my shot go right through him. And this is play to earn. Oof. Got him. Got him. All shots on target here. Castile77 says, good night, fam. I don't know if I've ever seen that name in the chat, but good night. Thanks for being here. Hopefully I get to talk to you a little bit more sometime when I know you're here in the chat. Has anybody ever interacted with that Castile before? I've never seen that name, but I'm glad to see you're here. Shout out to people rolling in. Smash that like button for me. Easiest thing you can do for an up-and-coming channel. Of course, if you love crypto or DeFi gaming. We're playing some Panzer Dogs right now. It's play to own, not play to earn. Big difference. Let's open a box, see if we can get some good gear. I haven't got any good gear for my tank. I mean, my tank is pretty decked out, but ooh, look at that. Some rare gear, and it's just a color card. It's all kinds of customization. You'll see your little screen up in the corner here. You can go to inventory. It's all kinds of different things that you can grab from, you know, little quips, things that you say while you're playing. Can we search by rarity? Yeah, give me. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Now, how do I make it go away? Go away. Okay, apparently that's like super rare. Might as well equip it just because it's rare. Nice. Then you can customize all kinds of different things here. It's very interesting. All right, let's roll another round. Hit another team deathmatch. I don't have my usual Camster or Reliable J with me to get a round going here. So I'm running solo with whoever I wind up with. Amused Shears. Ooh, let's hit that. Let's go. Man, I really wasted that, didn't I? Like a noob with that. The way they were running at me was not very good. He gonna steal my kill, ain't he? Got him. Got the last laugh on that one. Let's camp on this machine gun. Cooked him. That main weapon not going to reload for a minute here, so we'll back off. Oh, and there it is. Can I get to it before anybody else? Nope. Put myself in a terrible situation. Let these shots reload, get some health. Blues guy says he wants to play a game. I'm in. I'll let you play. Keep touching the mouse pad on my laptop, even though I have a mouse, and it keeps really messing me up. Got him. It's very hard not to hit it with my palm and mess up my aiming. What a waste. Let's see if I get Top Dog on here again. Oop, got another one. Gotta let these shots recharge though. Alright. Thanks for that link to Chainers, Memex. I've been growing on Memex pretty decently, I gotta say. I've been pretty happy with it. I guess the calling card does look pretty cool. Let's go home. Let's invite Blues Guy in here. See if he can play around with us with that Canadian internet. Let's go. Alright, Blues Guy, let's run one. Plague Dog's in the house. What's up, my man? I never know if I can trust this thing. Yeah, there we go. It says there was like 8 people and then it just jumps back to 11. I never know if it's accurate. But I thought it was crazy yesterday when it said that we only had... It only showed our stream. Or no, sorry. I don't know if it's how many people they showed it to. We only had like 32 people click on the stream. Obviously, like 10 or 12 of those people are regulars, right? So, it's very interesting. I don't know if I really believe those numbers. And if those are real numbers, then why in the world is YouTube not showing me to anybody? Is it just that bad for crypto right now? Could be. I mean, that's possible. Cooked him. Or did it actually show me to more and those were not accurate numbers? Because it's like, to put it into perspective, if it only showed me to 32 people, or I only had 32 clicks, right? But the stream from like a day or two before had 152 people. Like, that's a big contrast. Could have been the day. I don't know. Could have been a lot of variables. Could have been the title. Could have been a lot of things. I need to get like an SEO crypto specialist to like go over my channel. The problem is there's so many people in that type of line of work that are not really very, like, they all are very like the same surface value. Like, they're not pros, right? Like, there's just a lot of mediocre people in that whole SEO and I don't know, whatever you want to call it, line of work, and they'll just all tell you the same thing. You'll put it in. It's like the same thing ChatGPT would tell you, and you'll do it and you'll see like no difference in your channel. Whoop, got Top Dog. That's what's up. 12-hour work days. Just got to the hotel. Man, Plague Dogs is grinding. Bear market doesn't really breed a lot of people fascinated with the back end or the front end for that matter. I don't know where that word measure. I combined matter and measure together. Either one would have worked, but both of them together definitely didn't work. Shout out to Plague Dogs. Thank you for being here. And if you just put in that kind of work and you're here on the stream, man, I mean, that's phenomenal to have somebody like that in the community. Seems like you spend a lot of time in hotels, man. I hope you get to see your family often, whatever that is, whether that's wife and kids or just mom and dad, you know, uncles and nephews, whatever it is. We'll run one more real quick. I did mine today, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. 12-hour shifts are no joke, for sure. Hopefully, if you're running 12-hour shifts, you're getting an extra day or two off a week than most 9 to 5 people with the 40-hour weeks. Camsta in the building. We've been talking about you, Camsta. We've been wondering where you were. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, he went to play some pool tonight. That's right. You said you do that sometimes. Good for you, man. Hope you got to kick it with the boys. Hopefully it was people that you've known a long time kind of vibe. That's the best kind of pool vibes right there. Linking up with the homies you haven't seen in, well, rather, people you know in a long time. It doesn't matter if you have seen them recently or not, right? Says he gets lots of home office time. Good for you, man. Losing trade after trade ever since B screwed me last night calling short on BTC. It's why it's always good to trade your own style and know why you're trading, and don't just try to trade what somebody else is saying. And if you are, I don't know Beast, so I don't want to speak about his calls because I don't know anything about him, but I would highly recommend, if you're going to look for like what somebody's saying, I would take more people like the Crypto Lifer, but nobody's right 100% of the time. And since you're just hopping in, I'm got a little short running on River. Not that I'm watching it at all. Let's check that out. Did it pump or dump? It's in the same place that it was. We're down $10 with like $35 in a trade, so it probably has a very hard percentage, right? You're down 39% here. Man, I can't catch a break. I hope you guys caught that BTC pump last night. It was awesome. I keep missing them, or I go the wrong way. Yep, like this morning. What a disaster. Looks like BTC ain't pumping tonight. Wasn't in BTC last night. Rested from work for the last 2 days, says Melissa. What he said made sense. He said we're still in a downtrend, and look, BTC looks like it's ready to drop. Yeah, I mean, I believe that we're still in a downtrend. Thanks for the game. Exactly, Blue Sky. You're welcome. So I reversed my trade, and seconds after I did it, pumped big time. Well, if that isn't the story of my life, Camsta, when I switch it up thinking it's not going to go this way, I'll switch it here. The reverse button on like MEXC or something like that. Or is it? No, Weeks has the reverse button, right? Yeah, they have the reverse button. MEXC might too. You go clicking that thing too many times and you'll ruin every trade. All right, what else do we got going on here? We got a few other things that we've been messing with. We're always looking at new games. Let's look at Shadow Combat League as we roll into 2 hours of streaming. And I'm not trying to gloat or anything, but I will say, I put in the effort and the time. It'd be really nice if the algorithm on YouTube would actually recommend me to people. I consistently am live for at least 2 hours, 6 days a week, used to be 7. And I'm starting to lean towards just there's not a lot of people. But then I see other crypto channels, but I can't compare myself to them in this time because they've probably been around a lot longer and they probably built an audience, a long time ago when things were bullish. Let's see where we at. So I reversed my trade and said, it says sounds like emotions. Plague Dogs is, very right. Yeah, the dang reverse. They have it on MEXC for sure. Can't let them punk you out of your position. The charts love to do that. What is the altcoin winner tonight? Did you guys see anything pump decently compared to the rest? It's a good thing that you asked because one of the only things that we haven't done yet, Camsta, is the top gainers, top losers. We integrated a few other things. We did some, deep diving on Twitter and it's trending and stuff like that. And then of course we did our news, which I've already gone over and exited out of. I guess I should leave that up in case I want to reference it later. So anyways, here's your top gainers, top losers. Jelly, which you've never heard me talk real highly about, is down 43% in the last 24 hours. Mantra's old contract, Ohm, down. Bitway, Bitcoin DeFi. Told you guys that I would love to see Bitcoin DeFi be really bullish, but it's just not. And it's especially not bullish in a downtrend for BTC. And Internet, Impossible Cloud Network token. I don't know where I was going with that at first, but that's the actual token. And it's down 13.4%. You can't be that mad at that. But we have this Aria AI up 31%. And it's not that big of a day, right? When the top altcoin is up 31%. That's not really all that crazy. And then Bitcoin SV, Junction, Everlyn. We talked about Everlyn yesterday. Here is BNB attestation service. We were talking about attestation and what the definition of it was yesterday. It's a word you look at and you're just like, I just want to run away. I want to run away from that word. I don't want to even think about trying to say or read or understand that word. And that is the overwhelming that I know a lot of people feel when it comes to big words in crypto. I think they made streamers suffer for a few years before they let you know, known to more people. Let you suffer for a few years before they let you know to more people. It feels like that. But it's hard to know because I'm starting another stream for my other channel, and I'm going to be really interested to see how that goes, because is it going to be the same kind of condition? Now, it's a much bigger market than crypto, so that might help. But yeah, I really want to see if I get better traction, if it's just crypto or if it's because of something else. It's relevant to my other business, of course, the resale business. Well, the chart pumped him then. The funniest part was after it pumped, he ended his stream because he had to concentrate on his BTC short, LOL. I think he took a loss right along with me. Probably. I think he did too. I didn't watch it, but it sounds like it. Attestation? Yeah, that's what it sounds like, right? Plague Dogs? Hopefully I'm saying it right. I don't know if I'm saying it right at all. Okay, Aria.ai, this is the top gainer of the day, right? Let's go look at it on the 24-hour chart. It is up 31.7%. Nothing crazy, but I've never heard of this much. I haven't seen it trending. It wasn't trending today. 24.6 million in the market cap. Play Aria games. Seeing a lot of game stuff, right? Looks like some anime stuff. Top Aria leaderboard win airdrop. So is that already over, or play to earn and mint Aria wish front pass to climb faster? So they want you to like buy something. Well, which one do you want? Mint Aria wish front pass for 5,000% plus diamond rewards. Sounds like a lot more rewards, right? They have it on iOS and Android. Doesn't seem like it is something that you can really do. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like something you could really do here on the computer. And that's what more and more things are moving towards. I get it. Would be nice if things always had a PC feature, right? Than just mobile. But I understand they're coded and built different, right? So these are the angels. I don't know what that means, like social media. Okay, so they're linked to Twitters. Okay, so you link your Twitter. Some kind of game. I hate when trailers don't have actual gameplay, right? Seems very anime-ish, right? You can see what audience, you can see what audience people are going for here. But this is mostly useless to me because this doesn't, okay, here's some gameplay. Is that the act? I'll tell you that this gameplay looks a lot better than the trailer looked. At first it looked really lame. If that's actual gameplay, it looks better than I expected. Because I was thinking this was going to be like a super lame gameplay, right? Of course, it's like all in Japanese. So maybe it's mostly from Japan. Look at my own video pop up there. Obviously, it's integrated with whatever YouTube I'm on. Logged into right now. Okay, well, that is Aria AI, and it's the top gainer of the day. You can connect your X. I was really looking forward to actually being able to play it, but it looks like you have to actually go to the mobile in order to mess with it. And let's pop back over and run another round of Panzer Dogs. Blue Sky is already disconnected. I love how like now we have 17 people on stream. Smash that like button. What's up, everybody? Do you like DeFi gaming? We're all about raising that crypto IQ. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours here. At the end of our show, we play a bunch of DeFi games usually and hang out Waifu Simulator. I don't know what that is, Campsta. You're gonna have to explain. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a simulator is, but it's probably something devious, knowing Campsta. Let's go ahead and open up a box. All we got was a common what? Thought it was gonna be a common ingot. At least it's something I don't have. But I'm looking for some rare stuff. I don't need that common stuff. All right, after we play a round of this, I want to look at a few other things. And again, play.panzerdogs.io. This is a sweet ecosystem project. It's fun to play, that's for sure, especially get a couple of people you actually know. If anybody hops on, me and Blues Guy were just playing a minute ago. I have to bounce in between games because I got to try to keep it, you know, somewhat entertaining. Wow, I did terrible with that. Wow, I haven't done that bad, especially in the startup of a game, in quite some time. Get a couple shots off. Need to get some more health going. Ooh, who's gonna get this one? I'm not sure. Somebody got first blood. I was hoping it was gonna be me, but I was a little late on it. Oh, took him. Oh, I really need that health pack. Let's go. They always know when to stop, like right before my shot hits them, they'll just stop dead. That's what makes me think that they are bots. Alright, got one of them with that. Sometimes you just gotta grab the health just so the enemy can't get it. And hope that it reloads before you need it. Oh, I didn't get it. That sucks. He beat me to it. Need that health. Let's go. Oh, man. What is going on? How did I miss him? I can't hit nobody. It must be lagging. The only time I can't hit anybody at all is when there's a lag going on and I don't realize it. Usually I'm cooking on this game. Got him. All right, 8-2. I think I got top dog. Says a fictional female character from a video game anime, typically a man, regardless of their actual idea. Never heard. My building is already on generator currently at the moment, transformer blue, so we can't lose power essentially, which actually usually happens during ice storms. Wow, sounds like your building is on its last legs, Gamsta. Not here, nice warm weather. Yeah, definitely nice weather. It was hot today. Not trying to brag. We did get top dogs. Now let's check out this real quick. So this came across our radar. Let's go. Where do we want to go here? A few things that we've been looking at. So there's this Twitter, which is Gaming on Base. And it links a lot of different gaming stuff together. Kind of want to look at this a little bit closer. Okay, well, no matter how much I zoom in, it doesn't really do it. But this is a big network of different games. Gives us lots of stuff to dig into. But I guess this is where they post about different games on Base. I guess you can't post your game here, right? This is where I spend my free time. Who's playing with Intern? I don't know what this is. I mean, way to build intrigue, but like you could at least tell me what this is from Super Champs, huh? On-chain, entertainment universe, competitive games, AI agent, epic battles. Need to move your champ. Seamless cross-chain bridging is now live. I don't know why you would need to do that, but bridges are great when you need them, right? Okay, compete for champ season 2. Racket Rampage. I'm not quite sure what is going on here. It looks like maybe it's geared a little more towards like a mobile game. As again, many of them are. Compete, so quests, claim rewards, your super champ rewards are in. Where's the actual game? Right, this is where they get me. Where's the game? I want to see the game. Okay, Racket Rampage is the first game of the super champ universe. That must be what we were just looking at. And it seems like QR code on your phone style thing that takes you to a mobile link, right? Learn more. Yeah. Yep, so this is very mobile. Got some different characters, a whole like kind of thing. Download super. Okay. All I want to know is, can you earn money? Pick a character with unique looks, gameplay, and own it as your NFT. Level up to play many premium tournaments. So I guess you could get good at this. I would love for Panzer Dogs to have some tournaments. That would be pretty cool, right? One point of KIGU. It's just like they give you this random other currency. Like, can I just earn the actual native currency? They always do this to you. All right, that looks interesting, and we could use this Twitter to continue to kind of deep dive some games here. That one looks kind of like a nothing burger. Anyways, this game, you would think it would be a bunch of fighting robots and stuff. Maybe they're going to come out with that eventually. As of right now, it's not what it is. It's actually this game, which is not nearly as exciting as fighting robots. Let me say that. But they do have a leaderboard. I don't know what you get for being on the leaderboard. They made the game much faster than it was last season. I don't know if it's just my computer spazzing out or what. But for whatever reason, everything is moving crazy fast compared to what I was used to playing this at. And then it kind of like bounces from fast to slow. I don't know if it's done on purpose. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of just like a mindless game to play. And of course, you could play and then earn the token, and the token probably wouldn't be worth a dang thing. Very common. If this is all they ever do, then it's probably never going to be worth much of anything. Got to make the most of this right now. It's triple shot. Maybe it was always supposed to be this fast. I don't know. And then it just randomly speeds up, making it really hard to time anything. And of course, they do like a season. Season lasts, I don't know, 5 days or something like that. And then I don't know if they ever really even tell you what they're gonna give you. And apparently I got hit by a rock. I didn't even see myself get hit by a rock, so I'll have to take their word for it. And then you go to the leaderboard, number 51. I have like 13 more tries so I can climb up this leaderboard. I mean, to get to like, wow, look at that. The number one position is at like 111,000 out of 291 players. So there's not a lot of competition for this. If you played it every day, you might be able to get into the top 10. Seems somewhat reasonable. Cryptic Quentin in the house. Let's see. No wonder my internet is molasses. Says, hey, what's up, everybody? Welding, not me. I'm in sales. Oops, I'm confused with Reliable J. There you go. Says, I saw it, bro. Sorry, it hit you on the left side. Oh, okay, you saw it. I didn't see it. And that is why I got hit. I didn't even see it. All right, I'll mess with one more of those. It does go for 3 minutes. When I first started playing it, it was so much slower. I was actually surviving the full 3 minutes. Also, I guess when it's like a game that I'm not like, this is not all that important to me. I don't even know what I would get, so I'm not amped up about that. Oh my goodness. This game is really annoying because to get hit by a rock is like, you just have to get slightly close to it. Like, you're not actually touching the rock, you just like are in its vicinity. It's one of those kind of games. Very stupid. Anyone know about these game Monkey League, now rebranded as UNKGD Soccer, is a high production turn-based Web3 soccer game on Solana, where players manage teams of 6 monkey athlete NFTs. If you have time to look for it, please. Yeah, I'll go look that up. That sounds pretty cool. We'll look over here first. Has it been around a while? I mean, if it's rebranded, it must be around a while. What is it? UNKJD. All right. Looks like it's on base. Not a whole lot to find for it. You said it was rebranded. Monkey League World Class Web3 Soccer League. Okay. I guess maybe I should look it up that way. It says, thank you, brother. It means a lot. Absolutely, man. I hope we find some gems here. Yep, we're always looking. Let me go to Crypto Rank, see if I can find it over there. I mean, I pulled up a UNKGD, but I don't think this is it. It just seems like a random token with the same ticker. Let's see if they have it over here. And if they rebranded, there's a chance. Yeah, there's a chance that they've taken the old one off. So UNKJD. Yeah, I am not finding anything for that. So let's go to Twitter. That's kind of the best place to look. UNKJD. All right. So monkey. Probably not. Yeah, not spelling that right. Probably still not spelling that right. Did I get it that time? I'm not a terrible speller. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I am. Okay, League of Monkey. No, that's not it. So Monkey League World Class Web3 Soccer. Maybe if I just search Web3 Soccer. That probably is a better keyword here. Wombat. Monkey League. Oh, it's Monkins League. Did I just not read it? Oh no, he put monkey. Okay, I'm not crazy. So it's Monkins League. Let's go check that out. Monkins League, 25.6 thousand followers, Web3 powered casual esports with token and NFTs. Get me right into that website. That's where I want to be, right? Oh, I was like, what am I looking at? The storyline drives sports news now. This is not what we're looking for. I like how they have a check mark next to it. This link is safe. Yeah, safely take you to nowhere. This link is unknown. Built by. Okay, I don't need to go to built by. I need to go to the actual game link. Why is that so hard? Discord. I made a video of Flare Network and its associate Ignite Market, where you can place bets on your soccer teams. Yep, actual soccer teams, that is. So somebody in the chat here, not somebody, Motivational Heroes, not act like we don't know who he is. To anybody who's running in here, he's talking about this Monkins League Web3 soccer. As we're in the hangout session of the night, we go to some DeFi gaming, we browse around, see if we can find any gems. I gotta say the graphics look really basic. Okay, it looks a little better on gameplay. And the NFTs just play? Like, do you actually play, or you just have NFTs and they play? So if I have an NFT and he just keeps sucking, like, whose fault is that? Alright, well, I mean, I could go to their Discord, but, like, I really wanted the actual link to it. Our official Discord server. They have tournaments. What happened to the game? Link invalid and is not found on Play Store. Why is it impossible to see my tokens amount in the community sale? This is back in 2025. What about Mocha Token Project? And how can we get a refund? This is not looking good. None of that looks good. And actually, now that it says all that, let's bounce out. When was this post from? November 6, 2025. My goodness. Yeah, I'm going to say that this project is dead. That's what it seems like to me. I'm going to have to move on from this. Doesn't seem like that project is really still around. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Says thank you. Absolutely. I'm checking out. Let me know if you find anything more about that project. But it does seem like that project is cooked. Now, we are still doing our Robinhood testnet airdrop hopium. We're trying to get some of those airdrops. So I'm at the testnet faucet. That's so I can get some coins on the testnet and do things together. It says distribution failed. Probably just need to refresh it. I don't actually need any tokens. I just like to show that because it's kind of like a calling card. This is the testnet, right? Faucet. But we come over here to GM, which was interesting. We saw that they were doing some kind of giveaway on GM, right? That's pretty cool. GM V2 is now improved, better features. Okay, can we go there? You would think it would just automatically put me on V2. Okay, anyways, go to testnet. We're gonna GM here for the Robinhood testnet. You can see many other things, right? You could be interacted with. Kamsa says BTC is dropping. Hopefully River is also dropping. That's what I'm hoping. And yeah, it is. We're only down $6. Not really crazy to be down $6 on a trade. And it hasn't really got the fall though. Very interesting. It does look very Bart Simpson-ish though, right? Or shoulder, head, shoulder, maybe? Got to lose the 21 before you can lose the 200. So we're waiting. It could do whatever it wants to do, really. All I know is the fact of my own ignorance. And then, of course, you can GM, but you can only do that once every, like, 21 hours and 30 minutes or something like that. Very random number. And then let's go to smart contract, right? So you could deploy a smart contract. All of this is just about creating transactions, right? Just making as many transactions to make your wallet look as active as possible. And if you're interested in something like the airdrop for Robinhood, we do have a tab and a chat for airdrops in our free Discord. So check that out. Link in the chat, link in the description as well. And if you've ever wanted to get airdrops, I've wanted to farm airdrops before. I never realized that you generally do them for about a year. That's the information that I'm getting. We have somebody in the community that's come in and seems to have a lot of knowledge on airdrops, right? He's kind of the one posting you'll see in the Discord in the airdrop section, and he's the one giving us most of the sauce. Now, if you are going to do the Robinhood testnet, you want to do this, at least once a day, GM, throw a couple smart contracts on there, make your wallet look active. But also, there is this super board, and they have a quest, right? Bunch of quests for it said Robinhood testnet exploration or quest or whatever. There's a bunch of extra things that you can do to add more transaction, mint like little NFTs. So your transactions are different. They're not all the exact same. With an airdrop, they never quite tell you exactly what you need to do. So I've done all of them. There's one of them that's coming soon. I wish I could show you every single day over and over them, but you only can do them one time. I'm waiting for more quests or for NW to update us on more things to do. There are other things that we're doing airdrops on as well, and we'll bust those out as time goes on for sure. Let's see. BTC 15-minute MACD about to switch to red. More drops. So good news for River. Hey, River doesn't seem to care what BTC is doing. I have found that out for myself over time. Now we're down under $6. All right, let it run. Let it run. I'm going to throw a round of this in here or there because I got to get a good one, right? Need to get some points. I got to lock in and focus. I'm not taking it serious, guys. It's probably because the game is so lame that I'm just not really impressed here, and so I'm not taking it all that serious. I like when it goes into slow-mo for a minute. I don't know if my computer is freezing or what. Got him. Dang, did not get that in time. You gotta really lock onto those tiny little asteroids. It's very annoying. Come on. Got one. They're gonna drop more of them on my head, I know it. Wow, and somehow I got hit. I did not see myself get hit. Apparently, the asteroid doesn't actually hit you. It just has to get too close to you, which is stupid. I know it probably seems like I'm just making excuses for being terrible at this game, but it doesn't actually touch me. It just gets I guess, in a range that's too close. Really stupid. And it really jams you up on the sides. If you get over to the side, you'll see there's a section where you actually can't shoot them. And that really messes me up. Oh, let's get the laser. Almost missed that. You almost want to don't grab the next thing until you run out of the upgrade that you have. The triple shooter, by far, the best thing in this game. The laser's mid. And the protection doesn't even... I swear I've died with the shield on several times. And if you break too many of them apart without finishing them, then the game gets really difficult. It is dumb. I would like to see if I can get anything. Just like any other DeFi game or airdrop or whatever. You just kind of participate and then see if you get anything out of it. Is really the name of the game there. Hopefully this laser can help me clean some stuff up. Is the music still playing? Probably not. I don't know. We added some more tracks to the playlist, so maybe it goes a little longer, but usually after about 2 hours, it's done. And then it's like fast and slow and slow and fast. Glitchy. They're all like bouncing in the corner. I can't get under them. Come on. It's trying to really mess me up here. Didn't get the shield. Somehow I'm surviving though. They make these asteroids so small. Would you ever even mess with this, even if you got some free coins? This game is very lame. Very much on the lame side of things. I'm going to say it like it is. I'm not going to pretend this is a very exciting game. Somehow, oh, time is up. I thought I randomly died again. All right, that was decent. I almost got 1,000 there. How far did that get me up the leaderboard? Oh man, I hit play again. I didn't want to hit play again. I wanted to go to the leaderboard. There's only 200 and like, are you kidding me? God, this game is terrible. I definitely was not under that rock. It like lagged. Definitely lagged on me, even though they do be coming way fast. I played like the previous season and they were not coming at you near as fast. Also, just not a big fan of games like this. Overly simple, way too repetitive. I don't know what you call it in developing a game. Like the space around your character that like interacts with whatever else the game has to do with. And when it's just like you don't actually have to like really interact with something, you just get close to it. I hate stuff like that. It seems like very cheap development. Like somebody didn't put much effort into the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, did I even touch that thing? I don't think I did. No, not freezing. It happens when you get a bubble. No, not freezing. It happens when you get a bubble. Are you saying when I get the shield bubble? It's funny you say that because I do feel like I randomly die with the shield more than anything. Maybe it's a glitch. I don't really care. This game is a dumb game. I can admit it. It's a dumb game. And I don't get how you make like a coin and then you put a bunch of stuff about like fighting robots and then the game is this. It's like how do you get that from this? I don't understand that, but whatever. Trying to remember how we found this. I think we found this on the base game, not DeFi games, but base games Twitter page. Also, like I said, when you get close to the edge, you like can't actually hit anything. It's really weird. And that can cause you to die. It's happened to me a couple of times. Or if I'm playing and I accidentally like right click, my character will freeze. Like, oh yeah, I'll do it right here, right? He'll accidentally freeze. Really weird. Come on. Can we make it the full 3 minutes? I'm so sick of playing this game. Just let us get a bunch of points already so that we can get something decent on the leaderboard and get some free tokens. That's all we're in it for, right? Some free tokens. And as much as I played this now, you'd think I'd get good at this game, but still terrible at it. And again, only 291 people even messing with it. And that's just anybody who's even connected their wallet, I feel like, and played one game, right? I don't know if that's per season or across the board. I don't really know, but very small Very new. Sometimes that's where the opportunities are, right? They're with things that a lot of people have just really not messed with yet. All right, are we going to complete another round, or are we going to randomly die at like the last minute?
You just gotta live with it.
Whoa. At least they're all bouncing at the same time. Maybe I'll get a chance. Laser.
Look at what we did with it.
I like how they're like slow and then they're fast and then they're fast and then they're slow.
You ain't gotta like it.
That'll really throw you off. Time's up. Okay, I thought I got killed again. I was going to be mad. All right, let's not hit play again on accident. Let's go to the leaderboard. And now I'm number 49. Big upgrade from being number 51. It's not a very big upgrade from being number 51. I thought I would move a little bit farther than that. I got 7 more plays. I'm going to have to put them off. I can't stand to play that anymore. Green Fingers says GM, GE, and GN. Good morning, good evening, and good night, gang. Well, welcome in, welcome in. Atari looking game, exactly. Showing your age there, nasty. Plague Dog's in the building. I don't mean he just came in, he's been here, but Green Fingers in the building. He's just rolling in. Shout out to my people. Maybe the later stream is better for anybody. Does anybody feel like instead of going live at 8:30, I should go live later? Anybody? I know Campster usually asks to go to bed, but he's the only person I can think would not want me to stream later. I've asked many times before about that. And again, Fogo Fishing is in season 2. We got, you know, some new integrations, some new stuff going on. I only paid $5. There was a $5 NFT and a $10 NFT. I wish I would have bought the $10 NFT, but at the time I didn't know what the heck it is. Something's changed, right? Wasn't I over 200,000 already? Anyways, we can go. So it says right now if I were to cash out, so you get the fish, right? These are unprocessed fish. You can upgrade your rod and do all kinds of things to get more fish, right? But when you decide to process them, then it goes into your actual account, right? And so it says I have 194, and I can actually go to the little DEX, the little exchange, the little swap, whatever you want to call it what you want to call it, and we could see what it's worth. There it is, Valiant. And I like to do this just to show that, like, it's a real token. It's actually worth something. So we got stablecoin on the bottom. We'll switch it to fish. And we'll just do like 194. Let's just do 200,000 because it's not going to be a big difference. It's worth $7.25. That means the coin has gone down a little bit. I'm mostly chilling on it. We'll see what it's worth when we get some bullish times in crypto. I spent $5 for the community so I could show. Fogo is a project that's been trending, and this is something in the Fogo ecosystem. Now, I need to figure out. I think I know how to do this. Let's go look. I got randomly airdropped here. Let's see. It says you have a Fogo wallet. That's not the right thing. All right, you have a Fogo wallet. And watch it load in my tokens. I got airdropped some Fogo farm tokens, and I don't even know what that is. But if they're free tokens and I can stake them somewhere, then I'm going to do that. So you have Fogo farm here. Oh, I got something else. Rebel Orcs. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you do with any of it, let's be honest. But I probably have an easier time. I can't find it anywhere. Fogo farm. Is it farms or farm? Okay, I can't find the thing anywhere. I don't know what it is. They randomly airdropped me some coins. So, Flame Season, there's got to be somewhere that has like a Fogo ecosystem. It would really help the channel if any of these DeFi games were good. I don't mind later. Yeah, I mean, some of them are better than others, but it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a AAA game, there is a couple actually really good ones that have that integration, but my computer is not going to run it and stream it at the same. It's just not going to happen. I need literally something more sophisticated, and I have a gaming laptop that runs most things. But the game, what is it? Guns is the project that goes with it, right? That integrates the marketplace and makes it Web3. But what is it called? It's not coming to my mind. That sucks. But we've looked at it many times. So Flame Season 2 at Fogo continues. 200 million allocated. That's not what I'm looking for. Fogo Fishing Airdrop Guide. Everyone talking about Fogo airdrop currently is valued at 1.6 billion on pre-market. It will happen on January 13th. When is this post from? It's from January 5th. And today is March 10th. All right. Holidays are over. I'm looking for anything about Fogo Farms, right? Trading at a 2 billion pre-market. So this is all stuff like before everybody wanted to get airdrops. Doesn't seem very relevant right this second. Slime game, yeah. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. All right, bro. I grew up with Atari. I saw that one with you. It had the robot arms. Okay. So I'm not seeing Fogo Farm. Keep trying to find it because they airdropped me some tokens, but like, where the heck is it, right? Can't find it. I don't know what it is. But then we got this Rebel Orcs. Let's see if we can find that thing. Rebel Orcs. Doesn't seem like the right thing. 0 posts. Yep, that's not it. All right, well, where can we go? Okay, maybe trying to use my brain here and find a roundabout way of finding stuff. Let's go to Fogo. Fogo.io and see if they have an ecosystem. Yes, they do have an ecosystem. Hopefully it's been updated. We're going to want to go. I think this is actually how we found the Fogo Fishing originally. So they don't have a games tab. I guess we'd have to go to DeFi. You don't even see Fogo Fishing on here. What tab am I not doing? Launchpad, Explorer, Dex, Analytics, Bridge, Trading, Lending, Fiat Ramp, Indexing, Explorer, Live Now. Huh. Very interesting that the Fogo ecosystem would not even have Fogo Fishing. And I mean, they're talking a lot more about wallets and actual infrastructure and stuff. Valiant being like the main exchange here. Wormhole is the leading interoperability connecting. Yep, there you go. Guns project I'm talking about, it was a shooter and you could change the guy's arm. Yeah, Cam, so that's what I'm talking about. What is that called? What is that project? I've mentioned it so many times and like right now, brain's just checking out. I don't even remember what it was. What was that? I mean, I'm pretty sure if we just pull up guns, we'll find it. And it looks like it's paired with Avalanche. Go to the website. Let's see, where is it at? Off the Grid. That's what it is. Off the Grid. And apparently Off the Grid is available on like PS5 and stuff like that. Like that's the type of game you're looking for, Camsta. In my opinion, like that's the type of DeFi game you're looking for. I would love to stream it. At some point, maybe we might get something like that going. Somebody in the audience, their son, I think, does stream games on PS5 and stuff like that, and apparently they could buy the game and stuff. So, or I think it's free to play, because it's free to play. I downloaded it on my computer, wouldn't run. Like, it would run, but like it's super laggy. It's pretty lame. I feel like this hasn't moved at all, but I'm down more money, even though it barely moved. It's probably because I'm on the 15-minute, right? If you're on the 5. So we're coming to that 200. It's coming in tight. A lot of times with like Bart Simpson pattern, above the 200, like this, literally like this, the 200 will come. It'll get like that make or break moment where it has to rather like bounce and go up or go down under the 200, and that's usually when the Bart Simpson pattern falls down. If I lose $20-$30 here, $50, it's not a big deal to my overall port. And I haven't been going hard or paying even a lot of attention to it. If that's even a good thing, not really, but is what it is. Not the best environment to really be trying to make big moves trading. Let's just say Fogo. Anything with like the Fogo in the name? I mean, here's the actual Fogo Twitter. They have a link tree. Would they have put it in a link tree? Here's Fogo Fishing. Built on Fogo. Oh, okay, this is intake. No, thank you. Secret Spotify playlist. Do not list. I don't think they were supposed to list that. They got the website, the fishing. Okay, but they ain't got no farm. Ain't no farm on here. I don't know what Fogo Farm is, but when I can't find something, it drives me crazy. Fogo Flame Season 2. Is this about airdrops? Me, You, and Flame Season 2. 2% of the total Genesis Fogo supply is reserved for Flame Season 2. Sounds like an airdrop. So it says if you're not on chain, you're not on the leaderboard. Here's the deets. So you probably click on it, probably gives you more information there. I wish it was. Alright, it's not going to do what I want it to do. Points are generated throughout the week in updated leaderboard. It runs, doesn't actually tell us. Yes, there is a referral program. Try to replace your yaps here. Eligibility. You would think that people would be posting other projects on Fogo in here. I don't know. I don't know if you're just using this would help. In the most classic rug pull scenario, developers create a token and pump it with heavy marketing. Once the liquidity pool is fat enough with investors' money, the owner pulls the rug by withdrawing all the liquidity, leaving investors with worthless bags that can't be traded. For anybody who didn't know what a rug pull was, I don't know if they're saying that's what's happening here. All right, I was looking for more information. We did not find it. It was very lackluster. Why am I still looking for this? I don't know. It seems pay to win. Yeah, it probably is. I don't know. Somebody'd have to go mess with it and tell me. I just kind of want to invest in the Guns token and hope that it was heavily integrated into the actual project. Let's see. I'm going to grab me an NFT for my farm. Lately, every time I win this game, it gives me like 25 CFB, which is actually pretty useful for buying stuff down the line. They'll always have promotions where, like, if you spend $1 in the marketplace, you actually get some cool stuff. And I've said this many times before, everybody looks at people who messed with any kind of project, game, ecosystem really early on, you know, when it was nothing, right? when it was probably something most people would laugh at. And then later on, they hail you as some kind of genius. Most of those people didn't know that something was going to turn into something. You know, they didn't know it was going to be a big deal later on. And maybe they benefited highly from it. Think about people who were messing with Axie Infinity before it blew up, and they turned around, and the next thing you know, they were making, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars from Axie Infinity. Now, did that last forever? No. But if they weren't there in the early days, you know, or to the people who are interacting with a project like Axie Infinity or something like that, where they have NFTs, and then during the craze, you know, they got a really good NFT and then rented it out or sold it, because a lot of them will allow you to rent them to other people, or they sold it for big money. You know, there was one game I used to play, NFT project over on Mobox and stuff, and I mean the NFTs were going for 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, and they were selling. Like, I was seeing it, because it's all blockchain, you can see it, it's transparent, and like they were changing hands, and it was just going up and up and up. And somebody probably got that NFT for free or bought it really cheap, one or the other. And so everybody wants to act like whether you're stupid for messing with it when it's nothing, and then they want to act like you were some kind of guru genius. You know, something turns around and then you make like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 grand or more on something like this. And they're just like, teach me the ways, and they want to buy your course, and they want to know how you did it. And it's just like, I was just messing with everything. And then something really worked out unexpectedly, but it only happened to me because I was messing with everything. And that seems to be the part that people just don't get. And that's just usual society's crap, where like nobody believes in anything until somebody gets something of value out of it, and then everybody wants to act like it was cool all along. It's like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a great example. How many people 2013, 2014, or even 2015, 16 had people telling them like, buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to, you know, be worth so much money, whatever. They understood the tokenomics. They understood the rate cut, or not rate cut, but they understood the halving and stuff like that. And then most people just laughed at them, right? That's what happened. We all know that's what happened. And then later, they want to come over to, you know, those people's mansions and hang out. Maybe some people are more forgiving, but I'd be telling them to kick rocks, because I'd be like, I told you to buy it and you laughed at me, and now you want to come over and party in my mansion. Sorry. Not really. I'm way too nice sometimes. I'd be more understanding, I guess. I'm already way over the 1,000 that I need, so I'm just crashing out now. There we go. What did I get? Give me some money. That's what I really want. And I did. I got 20 CFB. That's exactly what I wanted. Have a good night. Yeah, everybody have a good night. And with that, I'm going to end the show. We've been live for 2 hours and 40 minutes, almost 3 hours. So I feel like I did my due diligence. I don't think anybody thinks I let them down here. Have a great night, everybody. It was a fun stream. I definitely had a great time. It was a great Wednesday night stream. Oh, we can open another box. Let's do that real quick. No, thank you. Let's go. Give me something good. Oh, we got another rare item. Man, I really want some tank parts. I saw Reliable J's tank. I want to try those tank parts. Why can't? It's like I got tank parts in the beginning, and I got like the full set, and then I never got anything else. Very weird. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Hope everybody's having a good night. Let's check the top 100 hourly real quick. And let's check on the trade, the river trade. It's now like $16. No big deal. I'll be watching that thing. And everybody have a great night. You know what it is. Stay underground, stay crypto. Thank you for coming. There'll be another live stream tomorrow, so if you miss me, hit me up in the Discord or come back tomorrow night, whatever you want to do. Great show, Underground. Thank you very much. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow night. Motivational Hero says, thank you much all. We are even stronger together. Exactly. It was an epic stream, brother. Thank you very much. And again, I'm going to keep grinding and keep trying to deliver value for you. If you see my pre-recorded videos come out, smash the like button. Let them play. They're usually less than 10 minutes. It means a lot, and it would help me out greatly. Other than that, Underground Crypto out. See you in the next episode. Raising that crypto IQ.